We're back in the workshop and I'm leaning on the little Renault 5. Now I'm gonna just go back to a clip in a minute of me collecting this and doing a little walk around while it was complete. And then I'll join you back here and we'll walk around what I've started doing. It is a lovely summer's day and I've just picked up this little beauty back from Pro Detailing. Gary has done a brilliant job inside and he's cleaned all the outside because, as you remember, it was a barn find. So 4-hour trip now back to Dolgellau, back to our HQ, and we'll get it in the workshop and we'll do a proper walk around when we get there. Right, so as you can see, it's all been cleaned, interior's all been cleaned, and you've seen Pro Detailing's videos up till now. Now we've got the big task of basically getting it restored. So it will go back to Pro Detailing soon to get all the engine bay detailed and bits and bobs, and then the final coat of ceramic coating and paint correction. But there's a lot to do before then. So what have I done? I have started stripping. I pulled this headlamp out because, as you know, it was cracked. I pulled the bumper off because that was damaged. I wanted to see behind here and to see if there's any rust. And there is a bit of surface rust, but all in all, most of that should clean up. Now, we've talked about how far to go with this car before, and I've decided that we're going to do a restoration, but a light restoration. I don't want to do a nut and bolt rebuild because I want to use it. It's hard because you take something off and you don't know how far back to go. But we decided we're going to do all the body, so it's all structurally safe and sound, and it's all painted. And then the interior is obviously done. That's all good. We know the interior is good. And then engine, if it runs all right, then we'll do a light restoration on that, and then hopefully Gary can work his magic with the ice blasting and get all that nice and clean. There's a few things I need to change, like this pipe here. This was chewed by rats, the rats of Nim maybe. So I've got one of those. There's a guy that I've met. He was advertising some Renault bits, and he seems to break a lot of stuff. So he's got a headlamp for me. He's got one of these, an original pipe like this. You can get Samco ones, but I want to try and keep it original. Then I need to get a new water pump. I've put new plugs in it. I've done a compression test, and we got good compression. So new plugs in, new oil in. I've rebuilt, don't know if I took a picture of it, but maybe I can get the camera underneath the car in a minute. I've rebuilt the fuel pump and fuel filter bracket. All that's nice and new. The fuel filter is new, the fuel pump is new. And the bracket I've restored and put it back on, so it's all nice. So I'm going to concentrate on the engine bay and getting it all running nicely. And then we got someone in to come and do some of the welding, because my welding is okay. I've built race cars, rally cars, roll cages and things like that, but my fabrication isn't as good as my actual welding. So we need someone that can fabricate things and bend things and make things nice and just have it perfect. So for this car, we've got someone in to do it. You'll probably see him on future videos doing his magic. So I'll start here. I'll show you what bits need welding. First one is this bracket here. This is a bumper bracket. Is it a bumper bracket or is it a wing bracket? No, yeah, it's a bumper bracket, that is. So that's rotten. So we're going to repair that and this section here, and it just goes in behind the headlamp there. So there's going to be, you can just see it in there. That's going to need repairing as well. The inner arches are all really good. Inner wings are really good. In here is really good. We're going to clean all this up and we're going to seal it. Maybe Lanagard or that type of stuff, or maybe even Raptor type stuff, so we can get it looking nice and similar colour. Then we come down to the sills. We've got the body kit off. We've taken all the body kit off. Most of the clips have broken, and we found a big hole in the sill. We knew there was a hole here on the door shut, but that actually had spread all the way down and into the sill. So there's a big hole there. So we've decided to put a pair of sills on it. That's got to be done. The inner flange isn't too bad, but we're going to have to see. The floors are good, but where the sill meets the floor, there's like two bits of metal together like that. They've started opening. So once we got the sill off, we'll see what it's like on the other side. But hopefully we can repair that. Hopefully, or our fabricator can repair that. Coming over to the back, we've got the sill work all the way up to here, which I'll show you the new sills in a minute. So it's going to need complete sill there. We're going to need to repair here. This is where the rear arch body kit fits. It's rotten a bit there, so we might have to cut these bits out and make new bits. But they're pretty straightforward, I think, because it's just flat pieces of metal, and then we'll get it all sanded down and tidied. We're going to need new decals. Gary's going to put those on, but we're going to have to find some. So if anyone knows, probably can't get originals anymore. They're probably all gone, but we should be able to get replicas made. Then on the back corner here, this is the same. This is going to need to be repaired because this side is where the fuel filler neck was. Now I've taken that off to restore it, but all the mud and grime had stuck behind it. So up right at the top of the wing is all right, but just at the back here, it's gone quite crusty, so we're gonna have to repair that. But all in all, the shell is pretty good. I mean, I don't know how strong these cars were new. But, you know, there is a bit of flex in the metal, but it all seems to be quite solid. But I assume these little French cars were quite thin metal anyway. Yeah, wheels are all restored. You've seen that on Pro Detailing's video. So that's where we're at with the Renault. It's the same story on the other side. Let's go around there, I'll show you that. This wing is a lot better. That hasn't rotten. It is quite crusty, but I'm going to try and clean it up and save that. But that hasn't rotten like the other side. Same with all here. This is all pretty good. I'll leave this bit to show you in a minute. That is the worst part of the car. These inner wings are all pretty good. Can't find any holes there. We've got a similar, this sill isn't as bad, but we've got, you know, what's going to be a big hole soon there. So we're going to put a sill on this side as well, just to make it all tidy. There's dogs barking outside, and for once it's not my own. This rear wing, rear arch, because not as much mud held in it, this seems to have survived a lot better. The only thing that's not survived, which is the same on both sides, is where the body kit fits. It's rotten out a bit there, so we're gonna have to tidy those up. But this has had some little bit of damage before because it's quite crinkled, and the body kit is cracked here, so it's been hit there at some point. Same with here. These seem to be all right compared to the other side, but we'll just make sure that's all tidy. So yeah, it's going to be a long restoration. I'm going to do it as quick as I can. We know we're on it nearly every day. We're doing something little. So I'll bring you. I can't film it all because I just haven't got the facilities.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
So I'm going to bring you installments of the build as we go along. I want to document as much as possible. So yeah, at different stages, I will update you. But it's back here now, so there's going to be a lot. It's going to go backwards before it goes forward, so we're going to be stripping a lot of bits off, and it's going to look a lot worse soon because all this is going to be cut out. But then there will be a turning point, and it'll start looking good then when we're bolting stuff back on. The axle, I've been looking at the axle. It's not too bad. It is very crusty, but if anyone out there knows of anyone that rebuilds these, I think I'd rather just send it off to a specialist, get it rebuilt, and bolt the new one on. So if there's anyone out there that does that on the Renault 5 rear axle, that'd be good to know. I've actually got a Renault 11 one for them to do as well. So yeah, we're going to put new shocks on that. That's easy enough. But yeah, I want to drop the axle and just have a look above it, underneath the mounts, just to make sure that that's all solid, because it does look quite crusty from underneath. But hopefully I can just tidy it up. I have been poking it. It seems all right. Yeah. So bumpers are all off, they need to be painted, bonnet's off, that needs to be painted, whole car needs to be painted really, but yeah, bit by bit, we're getting there. So that is the update of the Renault 5. It's back in the workshop. Oh, no, I need to show you this. So I've taken the windscreen out, and I broke it, taking it out. just in one of the corners here, I just must have caught it and it just went and smashed the whole screen. So I pulled it out. I was going to get someone in to do it, but getting them to come at the same time as I was here and just logistically didn't work out. So I decided to do it myself and then broke it. So I will get someone professional to put it back in. But yeah, we need a windscreen surround. Now we're all right up here, we can fix that, but we need windscreens. This is the worst part of the car. You can see, look. So I've seen for sale, you can get from there, all the way across that scuttle panel, up to about there. You can buy that new, but it's quite expensive, but you can buy that new. So when our fabricator comes, we're gonna have a word with him and see what he'd like us to do. So I'll probably have to take the dash out, which is quite an extensive job. So maybe once we've done the sills and all the rest of the bodywork, and that's ticked off, I'll then take the dash out and then he can do this bit. So we'll save that till last maybe. That is the worst part of the car. Once that's done, I'll be happy. Here's one thing I haven't showed you yet. These are the new sills. Now look how much you get. You even get the step in, and you get the little kick by the door there, which we need, and some of the rear quarter there. So these are the new sills that we're going to be fitting to the Renault, and these are from CGB Motorsport. They're quite reasonably priced and they came out next day, so I was very happy with that. So hopefully we can get these welded in. I mean, you don't even need to use, we probably don't need all of it. We just need the actual sill. So hopefully he can use that, get our Renault back on the road. But yeah, thanks to CGB Motorsport. I'll be ordering some more stuff off you soon. Right, so that's the Renault 5 and you're updated with that. Because I think some of you think that I forget about my projects. I buy them, forget about them, and yeah, but I haven't. The Renault's back, the Renault's getting done, so hopefully we'll get that done. Right, Micra. You saw the last episode of the Micra where we raced it, we rallied it in Sweet Lamb. It's still in Sweet Lamb spec at the moment, so it's got the gravel wheels on it. I've cleaned it and brought it in. I'm going to do a re-prep on it. But that's about as far as I've got, really. Now, we don't know, what do you think we should do next with the Micra? We've kind of come to the end of the Micra story, really. So do we get rid of the Micra and do we start another project? Or, you know, we've got plenty of, I mean project as in rally project, because we've got plenty of other projects to carry on with. But I'm talking about the rally side of things now, because our channel seems to be predominantly me buying junk, rotten stuff, and fixing it, and also racing and rallying. So we've come to a point now with the Micra where we've kind of done what we wanted to do, but there's still other things I suppose we could do. So let us know what you think about that. I have got one rally at the end of August, the Mueller rally. We did course car in it last year, but we actually entered the rally in the Micra. So we're going to do that, and then after that, I don't know what we're going to do with it. So if you've got any suggestions, put them in the comments. It survived pretty well after the Sweet Lamb time trial. We did do, I'll show you now. We've repaired it already. Well, actually, Ian's repaired it already. He didn't want to see it broken for too long, so he jumped on it one day just after we got back. So these ripped out of the boot. So we welded those back in, and then just given it a paint just to tidy it up. So that's fixed. Needs a little bit more of a clean, but I mean, I have cleaned it. So this is ready to turn into tarmac spec again for Mueller. Mueller is a rally over Epping, all tarmac. So we'll have to put it back into tarmac spec. Give me suggestions. Anyway, Micra's good. Nothing wrong with Micra. Micra will go forever. So that's that. Renault, Micra. Do you want to see what else I've bought? I've bought something new recently. It is my first Italian car. I've never owned an, I don't think I've owned an Italian car. I haven't owned an Italian car until now. It's very rare. Apparently there's only 3 on the road, registered on the road. In a minute, the camera's going to pan round, and I hope you're ready for it, because it's very special. Look at it. Look at it. It is. Come around the back, I'll show you where it is. Now this is the key thing to look at. Abarth, a little Scorpion. So this is a 2003 Fiat Punto HGT Abarth. There is someone else YouTubing these. I will find out his name in a minute. I'm pretty sure he's done a yellow one. I think that was an Abarth as well. So from what we gather, or what I've read, there's only 3 actual factory Abarths registered on the road in the UK at the moment. I don't know what's happened to them, or they're probably rotten or broken, and just, yeah. I think what happened, people butchered them, took the kits off and put them on their normal Puntos and their normal HGTs, or their Sportings. But apparently this one is an actual factory Abarth, and you spec them. They have different bumpers. The man who edits these videos, Ben, G3CXO, Ben Bryan, he knows a lot more about these than I do, and I learnt a little bit when he came over last. I think he wants this car, but anyway. He said the bumpers were different. The wheels, if you can have a look in there, excuse the wiring hanging down, but those kick plates there, they were Abarth. The pedals are Abarth. The steering wheel is Abarth. And then there's 2 options of seats. There was these ones, or there was some like tombstone buckety type things. Sparko ones, I think they were, but these ones aren't those. But they are, you know, a semi-bucket. Also, you get an old-fashioned sat-nav gear stick. That's Abarth. Right, come around the front, the business end. This engine is 1.8 twin cam, the same engine as in the Barchetta, which is quite a big lump really in a little car. It's got VVT. It's got like a variable. It's got like a variator, they call it on here. Now we've had this car because it was making a real loud rattle top end. So we think the variator's failed, or it could be worse. But we're going to do some more work on it. We're going to do some compression tests. We're going to get the sump off, have a look at the bearings and things like that. Hopefully it's not too badly damaged, and it's an easy fix, and we can get it on the road and we can do something with it. But it could be worse. I know the variators are a common problem on these. I've only just wheeled it in the garage to start working on it, so yeah. Bear with us on this one. I will update you on this. It will be here for a bit. But yeah, quite a rare little car. I think the Project 40 is his name. He's got a yellow one. He's done quite a bit on that, and I'm sure that's an Abarth as well. I think JM on Cars as well, he reviewed one on one of his videos. Not sure. That was a yellow one as well. So most of them, I think, were yellow, but a black one, maybe quite rare as well. It's quite a nice little thing, isn't it? I'm quite happy to have that as my first Italian car. That's all right, that is. And I'm well aware that it's going to break down, because that's what they do. Fix it again tomorrow, isn't it? Although that number plate there could go very well on something I have outside. You've probably seen the graveyard before, where the old cars are outside. I think we should jump to there now, and you can see what we got in stock, and see if you want to see any more junk videos. Let's go. Let's go and have a look. Right, I've picked my Micra up, because I fancied a Micra this evening. So yeah, Punto. That's going to probably take over from the Jaguar. The Jaguar might be for, well, it is for sale. Sorry we didn't bring you any more videos of that, but the first one did really well, and then it kind of died off. Maybe people weren't interested in that. It's hard to say what you people like me doing, because it's a bit of a varied channel really. We got the junk stuff and we got the rally stuff. So yeah, we enjoyed playing with the Jag, but I think it's time to move it on and invest that money in something else, like a Punto maybe. But let's have a look. Right, we're in the graveyard now. Subaru. You've seen what state that's in. Now we don't know what to do. To be totally honest, the reason why there isn't an episode 2 on that is because we don't know what to do. It's very rotten on the back. It's going to need a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of work. But I am quite attached to it, as far as, you know, I've had that car quite a while. The rest of it is pretty good, you know, some good bits on it. It's a V Limited. If I could find a shell maybe, I could reshell it. But then, is it worth it? I've got a few rally cars. The bits could be handy for those as spares. Do I break it? I don't know, I don't really like breaking cars, I like to save them. So it might have to sit there for a bit longer until we decide what we're gonna do. Rust is a pain. Like, I don't mind fixing anything, but rust is just so depressing because there's so much labour involved in it. Which leads me on to, from the number plate you saw on the Punto to the badge on the front of this. Remember these? These used to be everywhere. This is a Vauxhall Astra VXR. This was my sister-in-law's old car. Where do I start? It has issues. It's missing bits of bumper. I think the alternator's failed on it. Keys don't work. There's a key with it, but it doesn't work with the car, as in the chip in it needs recoding or something. Yes, alternator. I think the valve stem seals are gone on it. If there's any Vauxhall experts watching, feel free to comment in this video and let me know if this is worth doing. Because I quite fancy blasting it around the track, maybe taking it to the Nürburgring or something. They were a fast car, these, back in the day. It's reasonably, it's all there. We need to know what's wrong with it. I need to get the key programmed first. Once the key's programmed and I can get it running, then I can work on the other bits. But like I said, I don't mind doing mechanical stuff, as long as it's not rotten underneath. If it's rotten, I might just chuck it in the bin. Needs a wing mirror as well. But what I'm asking is, do you want us to drag this out and do an episode on it? Because it might be worth watching. Some of you might like it. We'll do like a VXR to the, because they did a Nürburgring edition of these, the white ones. I'll put one on the screen now. Maybe we could take this to the Nürburgring. That would be a fun challenge, wouldn't it? It's pretty rough in there though. Look how it's got loads of mould everywhere. As you can see, my sister-in-law was very, very tidy as well. She kept, this was her filing cabinet by the looks of it. Sorry, Kerry. She's gonna hit me for that, guaranteed. Yeah, these Recaros, I've always liked the seats in these Vauxhalls. These like semi-bucket Recaros are really cool. Little bits of carbon on the door here. 6-speed. They were all right car. I quite liked them. They got a bit of a bad rep because a lot of boy racers had them, tuned them, pop and banged them, and then yeah, they just got in the wrong hands, some of them. Kerry's had 2, I think. This was the second one. These wheels are aftermarket. We'll need to change them because I remember some of them were bent and they used to leak quite often. I always liked the centre exit exhaust on them as well. I thought that was always quite cool. You can just see it there underneath the brambles, look. So what would be cool would be to have that VXR number plate off the Punto and put it on this. That'd be quite cool, wouldn't it? I'm not sure if it's transferable. I'll have to have a look on the logbook. Yeah, let us know if you want to see this. What we'll do is, as soon as I got the key programmed, we'll get it in the workshop, we'll put it on the ramp, and we'll do an episode like we did with the Subaru of can we save it? And if we think we can, we'll save it, and I promise you I'll take it to the Nürburgring. How's that? And you can come along for the ride. Sounds good, doesn't it? Now behind you, Chris, the cameraman, we have another car in the graveyard. Let us know if you want to see anything about this. Golf GTI 2000 X-Reg. Ignore that. That is broken. But this is, yeah, Golf GTI X-Reg. Now, I've been told, I think it was you that told me this, Chris, that the front bumper is off an anniversary edition. You probably can't see it without falling off into the bushes, but if you can come round that side, oh fuck, have a look in there. This is the engine. It is a 20 valve, the 1.8 20 valve turbo. Seems to be all there. It's dump valve on there as well, look. Mark IV, I think this is. Don't know if you can see the bumper, but yeah, it's got a slightly different bumper, anniversary bumper. It's got aftermarket wheels on it. This has got Recaro seats as well. I think most of these GTIs had Recaro seats. Come and join me inside. I need to put my mocker down, don't I? Yeah, look, 20 valve turbo. It's got a nice little gear knob. I like the Golf gear knobs. I've always liked them. They are like a golf ball. I have always liked that. Look at that, it still works. Lovely. Don't know much about this car. This car's ended up here. The worst part, we have another key problem with this car, except this one hasn't lost its immobilization. It's got no key. So this was like literally dumped here in this position, and I haven't been able to move it from here. We believe it did run before they lost the keys. But yeah, we're going to try and get some cut and try and get it running, and then we'll decide what to do with it then. So if you'd like to see anything done with this, let us know, because I'm quite happy to do it. I've never owned a Mark IV Golf, I don't think. I owned a Golf GTI Mark, no I didn't, I've never owned a Golf, yeah I have, I've owned a Golf GTI Mark III, never put it on the road. Black one, rotten. Bought it and decided it was way too rotten, even worse than that Subaru. So I sold it. And I had a Mark II Golf before I passed my test, a white 4-door one that my dad picked up for free from somewhere. So I've had 2 Golfs. I've had a Passat as well. Is that all the Volkswagens I've had? Can't remember. If you want to see us do something with this, I'm quite happy to do that. So we've got Vauxhall Astra, Golf GTI Mark IV. Punto doesn't really need much, hopefully. That'll probably be next on the list. We'll do something with that. Oh, I've got one more thing to show you. Have I got anything over there interesting? Oh, the 205's over there. It's been reclaimed by nature at the moment. I promise I'll get back on that. That's another video that we started and haven't finished. There's a pattern here, isn't there? So I apologise for doing that. Yeah, I don't know. I've got no excuse. That's how I am. I just get distracted by buying other cars and then I do them instead. I'm not even honest. This is like therapy, really. Just talking to the camera, explaining my problems. Right, let me show you another car that I've got. Oh, actually, I've got more cars to show you that you probably haven't seen yet. They're in another garage. We'll show you in a minute. See you in a minute. Right, come and have a look in this shed. There's a few things that are new and that are fixed in here. First thing you'll see, in the back of some of the videos, you'll have seen a slightly green Clio 182, which is this one here. We've done a lot of work on this. We've de-greened it and got it back blue. We've rebuilt the head on it. We've done some wheel bearings on it, engine mount, cam belt, dephaser, pulleys, auxiliary belt. We've done bloody loads on it. And here it is. It's more or less working at the moment. What we might do is, we might do a video on this, maybe. We might just hoon it around on these old tyres that it's on and just give it some stick. But yeah, this is more or less working at the moment. So we'll see how long that lasts, because it is a Clio 182. And you know, I probably will never want to own one of these ever again. It's very hard to work on, and they seem to like cam belts for breakfast, which is really odd. So yeah, anyway, some people might hate me for saying that, especially Tom, who's had numerous ones of these and he does like them. But yeah, cool little car though. You know, all being said, they do go really well, they're really fast, and they do look quite cool, don't they? This is not a cup or anything special. This is what they call a full fat, which has got everything in it. It's like the top of the range one. The cup ones were lighter, they had less in them and stuff like that, different seats, and yeah. There's a few different things. I'd have to do my research to tell you exactly. If we do a video on it, I will do that. Now, what else have we got in here? Have you seen this yet? I don't know if you have. This is an Austin A40. This is probably the oldest car I own. Now, what we've thought about doing with this is building it into a historic touring car. I know what you're thinking. Here he goes again, building more projects. But there we go, you know. I'm excited. It's what I want to do. Whether I do it or not, it's a different question. But I can dream about it, can't I? So this is, yeah, an Austin A40 Farina. I got this off my father-in-law. As you can see, as you might gather lately, I've been buying cars off family members. He's got a few of these. But this one, he said he didn't need anymore, so I had it. But I quite fancy doing it. I think it'll be quite a cool historic touring car. There's no engine in it. I need an MG Midget 1275, so I need discs on the front to put on this, and then I need a 1275 engine to put in it, and gearbox. Obviously we want a tuned one, but if I've got one to take to tune, that's quite ideal. But if I had a whole Midget, I could take all the bits off that, put it in there. I don't want it in good condition. It can be a scrap Midget for all I care. I just need those bits off it, if possible. So if you've got any in your garden, in your hedges, let me know. I'll come and get them. Look at it from behind. Look how ugly it is. But it'll be cool, I think. One thing that's quite hard to find is glass for these. from what I gathered. Look at that. They did a Countryman, one of these, which is one of the first hatchbacks, the A40. But yeah, I'm quite excited about that. I think we should do that. I might get distracted by something else. What else have we got in here? We've got the Renault 11 here. Over winter, we're going to get the engine out and rebuild that. I haven't really brought you much about the Renault 11. We did Shelsley Walsh last year on sustained fuel. Historic rally festival in it, and then it expired. We'll get that engine rebuilt. We've got someone doing that, and we'll probably be doing more with that next year. Here's the old C1, ready to race again. Hasn't even been cleaned since the 24. That is how it came off the 24, that is. Yeah, we need to get on that and do something with that. Yeah, that's about it. The rest of the cars in here you know about. EDM, we've been in that not long ago. That will be going out again soon. Maybe this Subaru could take over from the Micra. Maybe it's a good step up from the Micra series. We could bring this in, get it up to spec to do a proper rally. I know we've driven it, we've done stuff in it, but we haven't done a proper rally in it yet. I mean, I have in the past, but it's been neglected for a while. So a lot of things will need putting in date. Suspension will need a rebuild, brakes will need doing. Because the stuff we have done with it has only been just small little bits and bobs like the hill climbs and stuff like that. So to get it to do maybe a gravel rally, we'd need to spend quite a bit on it, and it would be a little bit of a project. So maybe we do that as well. Yes, another one, yeah. All I can say is thank you for watching. Let me know, because I do listen to you. So let me know what you think I should do with some of these cars, which ones you'd like to see first. And then I will try and deliver what you ask. Yeah, let me know in the comments. This is just a little update video of what we've been doing so far, where the cars are at, what's in here at the moment, because this stuff swaps around all the time. So yeah, I might have something else next week. But if there's anything here that you like and you want to see more of, let me know. And yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. Like and subscribe, comment, and we'll see you on the next video, which I don't know what will be, but it might be here or it might be somewhere else. Enjoy. Thank you. Bye-bye.